People, Baja here in Czech, Punjab 2000 at Flamingo's Bar and Grill in Leicester. Now we talk to everyone on the music scene in the entertainment industry, producers, singers, artists, everyone. But we never actually get to speak to the the hit makers when it comes to the writers, the lyricists. The ones that actually put pen to paper and make the effort to give people the words that they can deliver in those vocal performances. So I had a thing. I was thinking, 2019 feels like a good year for musicians, for artists, for singers, for producers. But what about the people that make those hits with those lyrics? So I thought, Saddam Munda hega ya. So we're gonna have a chat. So Dhami Amarjit, how are we doing?
Very, very well, Baja. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ 2000 ਦੇ ਸਰੋਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤੇ just thank you very much for having me today.
I've known you for a number of years, but we never really had this chat on a personal level with regards to your progression in music and your connection. So I know a bit. You've always had that pyar for Punjabi music and culture and the industry. But how did it all begin for yourself?
Oh my God. ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਕਰੀਏ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ. Like if you talk about ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਚਪਨ ਸੀਗਾ, when we were kids we were brought up like at a time when you didn't have the internet, you didn't have all that kind of phones and everything. Music and film was the biggest influence in our lives. So ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਟੇਪਾਂ ਸੁਣਨੀਆਂ ਮਾਨਕ ਸ਼ਿੰਦੇ ਦੀਆਂ, ਚਮਕੀਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ, ਬਿੰਦ ਰਖੀਆ, all that. My dad used to have all the collections, and he's a lorry driver, so truck 'ਚ ਜਾਣਾ. I used to play Kuldeep Manak Jagga Daku, old tape from I think it's 1987, and I used to rinse that tape. I used to love it. ਮੈਨੂੰ Punjabi ਸੰਗੀਤ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਸੀ that every party would play the songs on a tape and we'd dance in the living room in a circle, and like when you got a birthday party, there weren't no halls or anything like that. ਤੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਮੋਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ. When I got older I started ਭੰਗੜਾ ਵੀ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਵਿਆਹਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਦੀਆਂ 'ਚ, like not as performers. Every wedding we'd go to, we just want to dance, man. We don't want to eat, we don't want to do anything. Our mum had to drag us off. So the music thing was like from birth essentially for all of us. It was like just part of us. And then as I got older and older, I went to uni and everything, I started listening to music even more, listening to a lot of different artists. And then a few years ago, like a number of years ago, I got in touch with True School. In my opinion, is one of the best producers ever in the Bhangra industry, most talented banda. So we got in touch and then we started hanging out. I used to be in the studio, I used to go to gigs, I used to go to see artists, used to be there when he's recording artists. I've seen things I never thought was possible for a lad like me, I just was a fan of Bhangra music. So for me to be involved in it was like, wow, I'm going to the studio, I'm seeing this artist, I'm seeing this musician, I'm seeing this singer, I'm seeing this this fankar ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. And we used to just I was like immersed. And then what happened was if we sort of to the lyric side, I never actually realised or thought or even ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੀਤਕਾਰ ਬਣਨਾ, I'm going to become a lyricist. It was never ever in my mind. But I used to be at the studio in Derby, at Head Shop Studios in Derby, and Truth could be working on a song, like maybe it's a JK song, maybe it's one of the other songs like the Jeet's album or anything like that. And I used to just find the composition he's making, and I used to make like a funny version of the song.
Yeah.
And he started laughing, like, bloody hell, have you done that so quickly? And he tum banata, main ta geet bhi nahi finish kita, and you've already made like 2 verses for it. I used to laugh, and he goes, look, if you got good Punjabi, teri Punjabi vadiya te tum tokkabandi bhi tenu pata kiddan karni hai, how to make the words rhyme and how to make them flow. He goes, why don't you be a writer? I started laughing. I goes, iddan ho nahi sakda. I goes, what? Just become a writer, because there's legendary esteemed writers like Dev Trikiana, Chan Grana, Jandu Litrana, Uncle, all these. Gurdas Man, one of the greatest writers ever. I was like, I can't be a writer. And he goes, no, look, I think you can. I think you should give it a go. And at the time, there's a song out by DJ Sanj. Do you remember Aa Gaya Swad Lobe Gala Ban Gayi, the current MC track? Yes, yeah. Really good song. We liked that song. Yeah. And so he goes, why don't you write something like that? And for a laugh, I was sitting there in the studio room, and I went, Nach Nach Mundeya ne pauniyan tamal, Bhangde ch kudiyan ne karni kamal. And he goes, that's good. He goes, go and write the song then. So I wrote the song, and I thought it was a joke. Yeah. I thought I'm getting head on. I thought, you know what I mean, ਮੈਂ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਮੇਰਾ ਗੀਤ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਹੋਣਾ, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦਾ. So then anyway, I wrote the song, and then we showed it to Deepa Satrang, and he goes, I'm going to do it. So I was like, Deepa Satrang's going to do my song. Like, we were talking about Deepa just before we started today. I was like, what? And then Deepa was busy with other stuff, so he didn't do it. And then Ashok Prince came on the scene, one of the baddest vocalists at this time.
When you say came on the scene, he literally just blasted that scene, didn't he? As soon as he came out with that album. We'll come to that album in a bit, yeah. So he came in, because you penned quite a few tracks for that album, One Time For Your Mind.
Yeah, so Ashok goes, like he's an animated character. Like you said, came on the scene. He comes in the room. If he comes in the room, you can't ignore him. He's like a presence. Like, and he goes, bahut badhiya Dhami, ye do tin change kar dene line aap likh dena. So I was like, yo man, this guy's gonna sing my song. Then went in the studio. He recorded my song, and I was like, is this happening? Mera sopna bhi nahi si. It's like sometimes people say I dreamt I'd do this. I never even dared to have these dreams, man. I kade sochya nahi bhi aa gallan honiyan ya. Let alone having a song. I never thought I'd be in the studio with these big artists and producers. I never knew that was possible, but Rab ne karpa ki, you know. So that song got recorded, and then, wow, man, it's like, yeah, okay, now we need more songs. And I was like, yes, please, you know what I mean? That's sort of, in a roundabout way, how the journey kind of started in terms of lyricist.
And we also need to mention Godson, part of that, part of your journey as well. Tell me a bit more about that. 365 and everything else.
Yeah. Gurj, man, what a voice again. Like we were talking earlier on, we're into Desi Punjabi singers. Because if you've been brought up on a diet of Kuldeep Manak, Surinder Shanda, Bendrakhiya, Chamkila, Dilshad Akhtar, all these raw voices, then you know what I mean, it's not going to cut it with the commercial guys. So you know what I mean, you got to have, so like Ashok Prince was an example, like you said, and Gurj Sidhu, what a voice, man. I remember he contacted Suk and we were in Derby, and he goes, look, I want to work with you. And then we were there and we're like, Suk goes, what do you think of this guy? And we're like, yo, he sounds sick. He's young then as well, and he's a daddy. Yeah. And मैंने ओदी आवाज़ इतनी बढ़िया लगी, मैं कहा यार गड के गाँदा, टंग के गाँदा, when they say टंग के गाँदा, like, and he was like, come to Suk, and he's chatting to Suk and whatnot. And then Suk goes to me one day, no, he goes to Gurj goes, oh, we need a song, so find a song. And Gurj's like, all right, okay, I'll find some songs. Suk goes, oh, why didn't you ask Dhami? So then I'm like, again, like, whoa, I'm getting chosen for a song. So I gave Gurj a song, and True School made the beat for it. It's now the song that's Pot Sardar. But my song, I said to them myself, I go, yo, I think this is too weak. I don't think it's not current enough. It's a bit old school, like 2000s Bhangra, which is not a bad thing. But I said that time's gone now. Yeah. So they chose Pot Sardar, and then that song got shelved. It's still there. The composition, everything's been made, but we don't know what we're gonna do with it. So anyway, then that happened, and then after that, me and Gurj started chatting more and more, and I'd show Gurj songs about Gurj. We're like, yo, I'm having that one. Like for example, the Jaggo song off his album. For the record, we hate Jaggo songs because they're so cheesy.
Yeah, and they're so repetitive. The same Jaggo songs over and over again.
It's just, you see Antiga, and all you see is Antiga when you think of a Jaggo song, and it's like, like for the lads, you want something for the lads. And I was at a Jaggo party, and I thought, I hate these songs. And I went up to Suk, and he was at the party. I go, yo man, what about a Jaggo like this? And I just made a composition, and he goes, that sounds really good. I showed Gurj, and he goes, Giza, I'm having that. So I gave him that song, and holi iddaं si hor gallan baataं keetiyan, and 4-5 geet sade aa hate market ch, ek do hor bhi tayar pਏ ਆ, which will hopefully come out, but that's how. It's like being around the whole music thing. It's just open doors to different places, like pata nahi lagda kitthon kene aa jana, kene thanu कहना तू गीत कर दे. And it's just, for me, it's like, money and all that aside, I like working with good quality singers and good quality producers, and I'm blessed to be able to do that. So yeah, Gurj was one of that's how sort of the Gurj thing came about.
How important and valued is it to be part of the the Derby camp? It's like a family, and you were brought into that, and the way I see it is that's quite a close knit family. So for you to get into there, almost like a solo individual, because you didn't come with a crew. You were Leicester. You kind of just got in there. You were following them. Yeah.
I'm glad you said the Leicester thing, because like. So I always rip them about it. Derby, they always act like Derby's the centre of the world, like and musically now it is. And like sometimes I laugh like, you're an outsider from Leicester. I'm like, nah, but because we got so much love in it. Like, and somebody said it to me a few months ago. He goes, you know what? Because it's amazing to see your progression. He goes, why? Because you've come from fan to fam, from a fan to fam, and it's funny, like, because then last 2 weeks ago, me and Suk were chatting, he goes, we've been hanging about for years, innit? I was like, yeah, because they say after a certain amount of years, that's it, you're family for life, innit? And it is, and you know what? It's just weird how it happened. It was really weird. Like, I remember the first time I had any contact with Suk was like, I commented on his Facebook. So I was a fan of True School, like Word Is Born, that album. You don't know how amazing album.
I mean, I'm just going slightly digressing. When that album came out, that set the standard. That literally was wow.
That album basically said to people, yeah, you're having all this garage and you're having this pop stuff. How about some of this? Yeah. People like, yeah, we'll love a bit of that. And you know that sound has defined Bhangra music in the world now.
Oh yeah.
If you listen to a lot of songs coming from India, they might not even know it. They're inspired by that sound.
Yeah.
You know, the dolki loops and the beats and
Yeah.
the arrangements. But yeah, so I was a fan of Where Is Born, like the song Dulla, for example, and Mama De Pota Sher Gabru. They were like my favorites. Like Dulla, especially the arrangement and the way the beat is, the production, and now Vadiya Sangeet is the other bit. So I love that album, and then Represent again rinsed that album completely, rinsed it, and Raw's Folk came out.
Yeah.
And do you remember True School put up a video of him singing Jamkila?
Yeah, of course.
He's singing Reshmira Mal Kudi Khanda Da Khedna, and I saw it. And another artist came out with that same song at the time, and he just, I'm not going to say his name, but he butchered that song and he made it sound like just a mess. Yeah. And then so put the clip of him singing it live, and I don't know what compelled me. I went on his Facebook appreciation page. I went, yo, True School, I could teach me how to sing and play the bajja. Like you sound sick. You sound like Jamkila. I've just written this comment, not thought anything about it. Nothing about it. A few hours later, I get a friend request. So I goes on my friend request on Facebook, True School. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. What's happening here? So I press confirm. And then Facebook chat is quite new in them days. And I see online, True School. And I go, yo, it's a legendary True School. Just added me on Facebook. And he goes, get down, boy. That's what he said. Yeah. And I goes, yo, man. I goes, what's going on? He goes, you're right. I was like, yeah. He's like, send me a number. Then we started talking on the phone. And like, it's funny because he's like, tests you kind of thing. So he goes, to Punjabi bol and I goes, haan, bilkul. And he goes, say kudi then. So I said, Kudi. He said, Bhangra. So I said, Bhangra. I was like, what's this, a Punjabi quiz? He goes, no. He goes, I just want to know because you said you speak Punjabi. So we spoke on the phone a few times. So like we spoke, and he could tell I loved his music and I loved music in general. He's like, yeah, what you listening to? Baljit Malwa's album came out at that time. Madjan, what an album! What an album! Yeah, like when that came out, we were like, oh my god, Bendraki has come again, you know? And then after that, I lost my phone. A few months later, I got a new phone, and I thought maybe, you know, I rang him. I goes, "Gadda." I goes, "What you been up to?" And he's like, "I'm good, man. I'm good. Just been busy." I goes, "Cause Leicester we aaj geda marli." He goes, "Yeah, come Derby," because he always says, "Come Derby." He don't like leaving his house, man. That very insular community Derby. It's like,
my homies there,
like you can't leave Derby.
It's not tough. It's family here.
You can't leave.
You don't come.
It's like you know when you have a tag. Yeah. The police give you a tag if you don't get home by a certain time. You're gonna. It's like speed. If you don't go. If you're going to 60 miles per hour, you're going to crash. So he's like, come Derby. I was like, oh, well, and he goes, oh, actually, we're coming tomorrow. And I was like, is it? He goes, yeah. He goes, we're shooting JK's video. Not shooting, editing JK's video.
Right, okay.
And I was like, oh, is it? And JK wasn't anyone at the time. He wasn't an artist at the time. He was just Jit. He goes, we're shooting my mate Jit's video. And he goes, we're going to release him. And I was like, oh, so I was essentially there from that time, like, you know, when that album come out, before the single came out. So I went to Lincoln and my mum would come to pick me up from uni. These are them days. Go
DMU days.
That's right. Good. My parda siga te aage mummy nu chak li hana. My mum
tu parda bhi si?
I'm a BA Honours graduate.
See, I just want to confirm that, yeah? I had to question it.
BA Honours, I got 2-1 in my degree, and that's without studying. Yeah. If I studied, I'd be in first class, but about the first class.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll be in first class. So you linked.
So we linked, yeah. So I guess mama goes, "Tusi rehne do, mama main enna maine chalna," and she's like vexed, thinking, "Tu kar nahi hona, roti nahi khani, main sabji banayi hai," and all that. But anyway, chilled out in a Sanga house. Do you remember Sanga House in the flats? Sev was editing the video for Godson Punjabi. And I was there and we were chilling, we were chatting, and we were just having such a laugh. I'd met this guy physically, him and JK, for the first time, Jit, as he was known then. And we're just chilling and we were having a laugh. As Socks like, because you're crazy, because you got the same, like, your same thinking as us. Like, we're just into the same music, same films, same kind of immature stuff as well. Like, we laugh at the most, like, you know when Shawk sings, for example, we start laughing in hysterics and he was looking at us like, "Hey, bhai, changa nahi lagga?" Like, bahut zyada vadiya lagga, ta hasde hain. So we got on so much, like, and then after that it was like, that's it, man. Family, man. Like I mean, I've got no hesitation in saying, like, if it wasn't for True School, I wouldn't be sitting here having a conversation with you. If it wasn't for True School, I wouldn't be writing lyrics. And I owe that guy so much, like, just showing me the industry and scene that I love. You know, like, we all love music, man. So many people love music. They want to be part of it, some way, shape or form. I'm blessed to be able to do that. So so that's how I got involved, and now it's just like, yeah, man.
And, you know, I think, you know, because of, you know, True School and Silk and that camp, you made so many of your own connections, you know, networking, and, you know, some of the singers, like you said before, you know, some of the things you've seen, you think you've never seen, you know, seeing a recording of some awesome vocalists, you know, how does that feel? You know, you feel honoured and privileged.
Man, it's like, vividly remember one day, as a Sunday, cold Sunday evening, text me like, yo, do you want to come down to the studio today? And this was years ago. And he goes, oh, I got Prane over. And he goes, Sada Prane. And he goes, oh, Gurpage coming to do his vocal. Yeah. Now, Gurpage Abrar, in my opinion, is one of the best singers. Yeah. Folk vocalist, but he's got a very, very amazing style. Like, he can sing any kind of song. Yeah. And I couldn't go. But there's been other times when I've been there when they're composing the Tarjan, they're recording the vocals. Kulvinder Jar, JK, when his album was made, I was there for the last stages. I was there for about 3 months in the studio. Diljit Dosanjh's album, I've seen Diljit Dosanjh's album get recorded from step one to the end. The whole process, I was there. We used to go sleep at 3, 4 in the morning, wake up back in the studio 9 in the morning. You know, that it's, you can't put a price on it. I can't explain to you how much it means, you know, and because of the crew that I'm affiliated with and because of the artists I'm affiliated with, Sari industry, the respect, the melody, and people give you a look in. There's so many talented lyricists, singers, producers out there. They get ignored because no one knows them. As soon as people know I'm affiliated with True School, Chaos Productions, that crew, people are like, yo, I want to chat to you, want to get some work from you. And so people like what I'm doing as well, thank God. So that's not just a case of, oh, you're True School's boy, so we want to talk to you. It's more like you've got something as well. So that's a real achievement, you know, for me. And the doors that have been open, man, it's definitely,
I think you've made progression, you've made achievements. I think we're at that point now where it's not just about the songwriter, Dhami Saab, part of the True School camp. I think you're now making your own mark as well. People are approaching you directly, getting to know you. So respect always to the people that have been there, supported you, and guided you and brought you into that team. But now you're making moves. Now, what I was following you on via social media was your trip to India, and you were really hyping it up. So tell me about that, because there's something obviously going on, or has come out of that. Tell me about that journey.
Punjab trip, really. I mean, truthfully, it's like it was a family trip first and foremost. Like, I went to see my cousins and I had 2 family weddings. We're like traditional Punjabi people. Our families are old school, man. But we would die for each other, man. We're a close family. So when it was my cousin's wedding, like, all of us, if you can imagine, 50, 60 people from England went to a wedding in Punjab. That doesn't happen. No one goes to Birmingham for a wedding. That many bande, they're like, but we were close. So that was the main reason we went. But when I went out there, I was connecting with a few other bande as well, like musically as well, like artists that we know and artists that have been in touch with us. Like, for example, Maresh Manmore. He's a good singer, man. Really good singer. He did a track with Chaos Productions as well. I was there, when his brother came to have a chat ages ago. Linked on with him. I linked on with Crew 172, boys from Chandigarh. They rap, but they also produce beats. And we had a really good time, man. Like, we just chilled, talked music, like, went for a walk in Chandigarh about 12 o'clock at night. We're just talking music for like 3 hours, 4 hours, just like, so it was a mixture, you know what I mean? I never had enough time, as much time as I wanted to go and see artists and stuff, but I still got to see somebody that I wanted to see, So
you went for the main purpose of family, but again, your music passion was there, and it's going back to the motherland, the Punjabi roots, and you made that connection. Talking about, that production team there, that production house there, as a result of that, you've had a track come out with them. Manke Honey with, Ashok Blends.
Yeah, man. Manke Honey, that's funny because when I was in India, there's Navi and Lucky, Crew 172, and they're good lads. Really, bande badhiya te music badhiya banaude. Like, I don't listen to Punjabi rap, but they rap good in Punjabi, so I give that credit to them. So anyway, I was in India, he goes, "Bhai, main ek gall puchhni sigi." Like, a few days later after we linked on, he goes, "Je thanu mind na hoye to sanu geet de sakde ha." Then I was like, you know what, bande change hai, music bhi badhiya banaunge. I goes, you know what, I'll give you the song in it. So I gave them a song. I showed them one song. They loved it, but it was quite. It wasn't a commercial. It wasn't. Even this one's not commercial, but that one was like quite a deep song. And kade release karunge. I hope we do because it's got some good meaning in it. So anyway, I showed them that song and they were like, we love it. And they showed it to some singers. They go, "Badhiya song hai, par bhai isi kuch hor chakma chahne hain." So. And I showed him Manke Honey, which I had years ago. Aman Yar was going to sing it actually at one point. Even True School was going to sing it himself actually. And then it held up, and then I showed them, like, they go, "We love it, can we have it?" But then they were like, "Oh, we're not sure," because they wanted the album to be totally against everything in Punjabi music right now. No weapons, no fighting, no gangs, no drink, nothing like that. And I goes, "Look, your album's about everything good." And I goes, "But this song, Manke Honey," what he says is, "Fer lod pendi yaro Manke Honey di." So he's on about, jado end aa jave, when had ho jave, when all limits have been crossed, then you have to resort to the sword. And Manke Honey is a gun actually, it's a weapon, like it's a shotgun essentially, because it eats a banda and kha jandi hai bande nu, you know. So I goes, look, this isn't really saying I'm a bad boy. I goes, this is about cultural stuff, like, you know, Suja blabiro. Like, you know, that story mode te rakh li bandook suche ne kar ditta kara ko karmal luche ne, you know, that's when, you know, that Sucha's best friend had an affair with his babbi. He got a gun and shot his best mate. He said, you ain't my best mate, you know what I mean? And that's the only, you could say, justification for violence, if any at all. So that was that song, and then they were like, yo, now we love it. It's even more because the context behind it. Because in the last verse I said, it's like, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਟਾਲੀ ਦਾ ਮਸਲਾ ਜੇ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਟਲੇ ਚੱਕੀ ਦਾ ਅਸਲਾ. So first you try and talk and you try and mediate and you try and get the situation under control. ਜੇ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੰਨਦਾ, ਜੇ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਹੱਥ ਚੱਕਣੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਦਾ, ਫੇਰ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨਾ, ਖੜਾਕੇ ਪਾਉਣੇ ਪੈਣੇ ਆ. And we showed it to a few singers. There's a guy called Karan Sandawalia, a really good singer. He had a song out with Crew 172 called Nafa in India, really viral on that Yaar Jigri Kasuti Digri, and really big. And he sang it sounded really good. Then I showed it to one of our mates called Harry Punnu from Canada. You'll like his voice. He's like we call him like a mini Ashok. He's got a really strong voice. He sang it really well. But then we sent it to Ashok Prince, and oh my God, he just, on a voice clip while he's driving, he recorded and he sent me the verse, and mere naal loon khade ho gaye when I heard his voice. He just ripped it and I sent it. They go, "Pa ye to hi karona jo marji hoye." Then I goes to Ashok to gana, "Haan kar denne ya." Like, so when I do his voice, I'm not taking the mic, by the way.
If he could talk to everyone, he'd sing it.
Exactly right. No, really, exactly right. And he loves singing. I love hearing him sing. And he recorded the vocal in Birmingham. Props to this guy called Red Valve. They recorded the vocal for us as a favour. Gopal Singh Nahal was there. He's a writer, UK born writer as well. He sort of helped and get that vocal recorded, and Ashok killed it, and I showed it to the boys' crew and they loved it, man. And then they sent it to me and they worked really fast. I mean, only 3-4 weeks ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਗਾਣਾ complete ਬਣਾ ਕੇ set ਦਿੱਤਾ.
But we know in India and Punjab they do the things quick there. They don't mess around.
Trust me, they don't have a job. That's their job. They're like hungry for it, you know. So, and the songs had such a good reaction, man. I mean, it's a lot of people have said to me it's probably the best song I've done lyrically because of the storytelling and the way that I've written it. And that's the aim with every song. Bisada maqsad hunda bhi har ek cheez na improve kariye, you know, get better and better. So yeah, man, Manke Honey was a result of like you said, that meeting, because they've always messaged me on Facebook and we've chatted loads of times. And then they asked me and I said, you know what, I like these guys, I like what they're doing, I know they'll do a good job, and if we sort of work together, the results, and you know what I mean, it's there.
And you know, the way I saw that track, that really suits his vocal. That suits the Ashok Prince style.
Well, without a doubt, man. Like, he is, you know what it is? If you could do like a time warp and send him back to the 80s, he is one of those singers from the 80s, but he's around now. Look, I don't care if he's not as big as the bigger singers. I don't care if he's not as well known. I don't care if he's got the branding. The voice as a singer, you know, you're from the day of tapes. Or you're from the time when you heard a singer. You didn't see a singer. And you heard a singer. And Ashok, he makes you hear, man. Even if you don't like him, even if you're not into folk, you hear him and you think, goodness me, he's a bloody singer, ain't he? Like, I love it. I love it when he sings my songs. And like, even now, like, that song came out a week ago. Not even a week. Yeah, not even a week ago. So me and Ashok have already been talking about 2 or 3 new songs which I've just written like verses for in the last few days. Like, we're on it, man. We're on it. We're on it.
Tell me about you know, Yaris that you're talking about recently, and Ace of Spades. You know, what's the connection there? Because as soon as you've put that out, people are like, wow, who is this guy? You know, again, another shotgun. Tell me about him. You know, what's the connection there? Who is he?
Aman's a singer born and bred in Washington DC. But ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਆ ਤੇ ਸੰਗੀਤ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਆ. He, funny, innit? In a roundabout way, it's a True School connection again. He actually is a massive fan of True School, which a lot of people are. You know, it's you're going to be a fan of the greatest, you know. So he's a massive fan of True School, and we used to chat back in the day, like just thoda bahta holi holi galna bahta karna. But so he's a good lad, you know, like he's doing well, he's working hard, and he's released a few songs and he's had a wicked response, and he sings live and he sings good. And when we started speaking, he goes, "Ah, je ustad je koi gana to bhej de mainu aapa karde hain." Like, he's like that. He says, "Ustad bhai je gana koi aapa karde ne malwai ya na." So they speak like that. So I was like, "Jidda to karna amne aapa udde karna." So I wrote a song for him. which one was the first one I wrote for him? Now I'm thinking back to it. I wrote a few. Manke Honey as well was one I showed to him. Then I did another one, and we've got a few that we've been working on. But then Ace of Spades, right? He put up a picture, like he goes, "Oh, I'm doing a track with Big Bird," you know, like, and they're doing well, you know, with Musa. Like, it's trap and all that kind of stuff, you know. So they're doing well, you know. Jalda on that come, you know. And then I goes, "Gaddaman, what you saying? You're doing track with Big Bird?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, we're looking for lyrics." Then I goes, "Acha," goes, let me see if I can do something for you." And he goes, "All right." Then he goes, "Look, I just want you to put the word Brown Boys somewhere in the song, just anywhere in the song." Then I go, "Acha," goes, "Why don't we put it in the chorus?" So he goes, "Yeah, if you can." So I sent him 10 minutes later. I goes, "Brown Boys ਐਵੇਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਟੈਗ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਚੱਕੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਮਝੀਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੱਕੇ ਆ ਭਲੇਖੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋਕਰ ਨਾ ਜਾਣ ਲਵੀਂ ਤੂੰ ਯਾਰ ਕੱਲੇ ਕੱਲੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਜੱਕੇ ਆ." That's why it's Ace of Spades. And he goes, "ਉਸਤਾਦ ਤੇ ਦਾ ਫੱਟੇ ਚੱਕ ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਤ ਕਰਤੀ blah blah blah." And I made like a rough composition to it, sent it to him. He loved it, showed it to Bird, and Bird was like, "Yo, this is the one, this is the one." And then I wrote the song within about half a day or half a day. And he loved it, all the verses, loved it as I wrote them. And then he recorded it with Bird in Canada. He shot a video for it. He asked me to shoot some scenes here as well because I want to get you in the video because you wrote the song. Because I want to show you in the video, which was appreciated. You want to know, you want people to know, so that more people can contact you, so you can get more contacts and more links and more work. And he goes, "Yeah, it's wicked, wicked." So then one day we're chilling and I bloody go on my Facebook Messenger. Someone messaged me, "Buy at the song." Yeah. I goes, "At the song?" I goes, "Get her." Because I thought you must have been on about one of his shorts or Gurges 365, which is a compliment, but whatever. And he goes, "Ace of Spades at the song." I goes, "Tu kidda sun liya?" He goes, "By sites te aa gaya." And I goes, "What do you mean sites te aa gaya?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's all online. You can download it." And I goes, "But the song's not released." And he goes, "Yeah." And then I seen Oman, I rang Oman, I messaged Oman, and he goes, "Yo, man." He goes, and I goes, "Look, the song's leaked." And he goes, "What, you taking the mic?" I goes, "No." He goes, "What? Seriously?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, let me check." Then he checked, Gana leak hoya siga. Then we just put it up online. We just said, "Look, it's out now." Then the video, like, we didn't do anything with it. Then Oman goes, "Forget it. And then Motor Mitrandi came out, you know. That's the come along. Because Oman had this song called Motor Mitrandi. He wrote the lyrics himself. And we're honest with each other, man. If I write something he doesn't rate, if he doesn't think it's strong enough, he'll be like, "Nah, bhai gal nahi bani." And when he wrote Motor Mitrandi, I love the composition. I love the way he sang it, but I didn't like the verses. It's like masti ja ke pangde vi paunde ne pora vi na sang de sharmaunde blah blah blah. You know, it's just, we've heard it too many times. Yeah. And I goes, "Nah yaar, mainu lekh lein de." He goes, "Tu lekh la bhai, je tu lekh la, tu lekh la." So I wrote, "Weekend aaya masi plan ja bana liya, WhatsApp rahi sare yaran nu bula liya." You know, because it's real. Yeah, I don't drink, like, but my friends do. And even if I don't drink, when we link on with our boys, what do we do on a weekend? Yo, Friday, like, "Yo, should we link up tomorrow? Should we do something? Should we go eat? Shall we do something?" So made it relevant. Oman goes, "I love it, man. Let's do it." So that's how that song came about, you know. So that's the Oman connections. We're brothers in it more than anything. Sanu koi idda pehe puhe da nahi, koi ye nahi hega bhi assi ameer banna. Make good music and have a good relationship. That's the main thing for us, you know. So
and now it's like you're doing your own thing. You're just doing it with full competency and confidence.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, like, as soon as I started writing, so it goes to me, if other people approach you, I want you to work with good artists. Yeah. He said, "I don't want there to be any limitation, don't want there to be any restriction, I don't want you to be like, no, I'm only writing for these." He said, "Look, it's all experience, and as long as the singers are good and the music's good," he goes, "I want you to do it because it'll only benefit the whole unit." You know what I mean? And yeah, thankfully it's been improving. I mean, I've done ghost writing as well. There's some songs I've written for good artists. They're good artists, but it's not the kind of vibe that I'm into. So I'm apna nani la, but I put even more effort into that work than I've done into some of the ones that I've done. But yeah, it's like I'm able to sort of, like, you know, express freely, and, you know what I mean, there's no limitation. There's more so support, like, you know, like even after the Manke Honey, True School goes to me, he goes, "Yo, brilliant job on the lyrics," you know. He even bought the song, and he goes, "I didn't buy the song because you wrote it." Because I bought it because it's a good song and it's got good lyrics and good music and good vocals, which for me, that's a bigger thing than just, "Oh, I bought your song because we're friends." It's even bigger because the standard he holds me to and what my crew hold me to is, your standard has to be high, and then it's worthy of support. If it's going to be mediocre, ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੋਢੇ ਤੇ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਨਾ ਕੁਝ, ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਖੜਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ. That's how it works, you know. So he's my harshest critic, you know. I write songs and I think it's amazing. I think I've done the best song in the world, but like, that's crap.
He's honest.
And it hurts my feelings. I'll be like, "Man, ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਯਾਰ, ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਜਾਗ ਕੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ." And he'll be like, "Look," he goes, "Look, I'm only saying it's, look, I've done it." He said, "I've done it to the point where I made so many beats," and they'd be like, "No, it's not good enough. I don't think it's good enough." You have to hold yourself to high standards. So it all helps you to improve and progress, man. So yeah, like, I mean, now I'm open to working with a lot of artists, man. I mean, anybody who wants to work with me, you know, I'm as long as they're good artists and they make good music and they're on the same page, we're there, man. Let's do it, because the UK scene is lacking. Some people say to me, "Oh, it's breath of fresh air, but you're from the UK, it's a big responsibility." मैं तो बहुत बढ़िया लगता है मैंने मौका मिलता गीत लिखने ਨੂੰ, you know, I'm having my name on CDs. Think about that, Badja, you know, like from putting CDs in your car into your tape deck, you know, having your name on it, like I don't even think I've registered it ever.
I'll tell you why I'm smiling, because the other day, you know, I was listening to Spotify and I was listening to some, you know, old school, you know, tracks. Like, actually a short track. I was like, let's just for your jokes, let's see the lyricist. This is on Spotify, seeing your name. I just smiled to myself. I mean, that's not dumb and dire, but your name's written. But that's a credit to yourself, though, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, it's that album, man. Like, for me, is gold. Like, I was there from every step of the way. Like, from ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਭਾਈ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, I rang him because I'm a bit nervous not nervous, he doesn't like having conversations on the phone with too many people if he doesn't know him, because you chat to him. So I rang him and I go, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਮੈਂ, and the Shok's, he's like, is a bit of a blagger. He'll just say ਹਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਭਾਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹਾਂ. So ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਟਰੂ ਸਕੂਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੋਂ ਬੋਲਦਾ ਆ ਡਰਬੀ ਤੋਂ, ਅੱਛਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਭਾਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਗਾਣਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਸੇ ਹਾਂ and he just basically said yeah. So knowing him now, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਸੁਣੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ, but he goes ਇੱਦਾਂ he goes ਮੈਂ ਗੀਤ ਕਰ ਦੂੰਗਾ ਪਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਹੋਣੇ. And we're like a bit perplexed, like, what do you mean? He goes, ਬਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੋਂ 20 ਲੱਖ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਲਿਆ ਟੇਪ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਇੰਨਾ, like we want to pay you, like True School said we'll pay for vocals or your flights or whatever, what are you talking about? And he's like, he goes, ਅੱਛਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਭੇਜ ਮੈਂ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਦੂੰਗਾ, no problem. And I was there from that conversation to when he came down, like, you know when you said about play, sing, he landed in the airport and he sang in the car all the way back to Derby, bearing in mind this guy's going to record vocals. And then he sang all the while we were there having jar and biscuits, he was singing. And then he recorded his vocal in 10 minutes. And that so I was there for the whole process, and that album came out, and that sort of started my journey as a lyricist. And you know, like you said, like to see him, like I don't register it, you know, like you said, I smile now thinking about it, but bande ne kade sochya bhi nahi yaar mera na auga teppa te, CDiyan te, Spotify te, mera na. Like, it's like, whoa, like, yes, it's mad.
You know, UK born and bred bass lyricist, you know, Likari, you know, Gidgari, you know, whatever it is, you know, right from the heart and the mind, you connect and you do your thing, yeah? What are you going to say to people out there? Because I don't think we've got enough, you know, Punjabi based, you know, writers out there for, you know, quality, you know, songs.
You know what, the truth is, like, from my perspective, we're proud to be Punjabi, and I think our youngsters should be proud of our heritage and where we come from. Look, we live in the West, we're into Western clothing, food, music, TV, everything. But let's not forget our roots. We don't have to have one or the other. Why do we need to do that? Sada sara ko sade liye hai. So keep our own roots. I think if our foundations are strong, the house will be strong. So our foundations are our roots. When our parents, we've seen them struggle to come to this country, how are we going to forsake everything they've left? You know, when we've got that anyway, we've got that from birth. Let's keep that going. So as a lyricist, I mean, I'd say I want to see more artists in the UK. I want to see more singers, more producers, more lyricists, more songwriters. I mean, there's a few coming through. I mean, Gopal Singh Nahar, like I said, he's a good Dharmic writer. You know, he writes Dharmic songs. He's one that I know of. JK writes his own songs, some of them. He wrote not Baggi Tera Yaar, sorry. He wrote Pump the Music, Gabru Punjab, he wrote that. UK Born lad writing his own songs. There's other lyricists as well, just saying, like, you know, and show us support, man. If you like what we're doing, like, just give us, you know, give us pointers, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, you know, and tell us what we need to improve on. You know, the UK goes back on top, and it's coming. You know, the UK scene is definitely coming back, I promise you that. I've got so much myself coming, and like you mentioned before, all the other crews out there, we ain't got no problems with no one. There's no gang, we're not, this is music, and we're here, we want to work together. I mean, at the moment, I'll say it if it's not alright. Like, I've been approached by DJ Vix, for example, and we're working on something together. Punjab BMC, that is just unreal. Like, for me, like, one of the best legendary artists in the world. We've been speaking. We've not had a time to meet. That's more because of P, because he's busy and he's doing this, that, and the other. But we are going to meet, and fingers crossed, we'll be doing stuff. I got a song coming with G Sidhu and Chaos Productions. So G Sidhu wrote Candlelight and sang Candlelight. Brilliant vocalist, really good guy. Ball by the oven. So we got a track coming together. I got songs with Bloodline, you know, who are signed to Envy. and Jag Skunk from DSI.
Yeah, because you mentioned that a while ago, and I've not seen anything come across yet. So
that's a fact. मैं जग्स नाल भी गल करनी, जग तेरे नाल गल करदा, बंदा बन जा हुण कंपनी नाल गल कर ते कुछ कड्ढिए. Loads of people, man, and like I said, I just want to thank everyone who's given me support and encouragement throughout my time as a lyricist so far, and to everyone who's supporting and buying our music and tweeting, commenting, liking. It all helps to get your name out there. Just after Monday, I've had about 3 or 4 artists approach me saying we want to work, and it's social media, the power of social media. So say, you know what, Punjabi sangeet na pyar karo, maa boli na pyar karo. Be proud of who you are, be proud of being Punjabi. It's a badge of honour.
I've got to add to that, where you can, and I don't think there's any reason, no matter what age you are, I know you are, and I know I am, but we speak Punjabi, we write Punjabi, we read Punjabi. Yes. We need to learn it. It doesn't matter how old you are. Look at it doesn't matter. There's classes, there's online tutorials. The social media shows people. You can learn online through face to face in classes. It's possible. It can be done.
मैं क्या बुढ़ियां 60-65 साल ਦੀਆਂ ਗੋਰੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਪੈਰਾਸ਼ੂਟਿੰਗ ਚਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹ ਮਾਊਂਟੇਨ ਬਾਈਕ ਚਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I'm a bit too busy to learn Punjabi, to be honest. It's too old now. It's not my you're never too old to learn anything, and you can do anything. What you put your mind to, you can achieve. I put my mind to it and got given the opportunities. I'm a lyricist. Like that, I never thought that could happen, but now I realise you can make anything happen in life. So if and like when I was younger, we used to take the mick when people used to speak Punjabi wrong as a laugh, and when you get older, you realise that actually what you're doing is you're putting them off. So if you're lambasting someone saying, your Punjabi is not good, or teri boli vadiya nahi, you're actually saying to them, don't do it. In their head, it's like, fine, if this isn't good enough for you, goli maar fir main kaanu bolni hai. Instead of that, we should pick them up and say, you know what, this word, say that again, okay, say it like this, and on a one-to-one basis more than anything, because people will reciprocate and will appreciate it more. Bande panj baithe hain like teri Punjabi kidda di, it's like that's detrimental. So be proud of being Punjabi and talk as much as you can. Talk with your elders. And listen to Punjabi music. That helps. That really helps. What the music we grew up on. That's why Punjabi is how it is, because of our parents and because of the music.
Absolutely, and I think the illustration of that is the indication of duje kaum gore kale jo hege a oh sat to bhi vadiya Punjabi bolde a. We see how many viral videos we see, and we think, wow, this person is from a different country, he's from a different background or race or culture, and he speaks Punjabi or she speaks Punjabi even better than us. That should be a lesson to ourselves. Ma boli na pyar karo.
I'm gonna say ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਾਕੇ ਬਾਜੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹਾਸਾ ਆ ਗਿਆ. ਕਈ ਆਂਟੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਐਂਡ ਦੇਸੀ ਆਂਟੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਟਰੈਕ ਸੂਟ ਪਾਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰੈਕ ਸੂਟ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸੂਟ ਪਾਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਨਾਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰ ਪਾਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. ਇਹ ਬਲਾ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਆਂਟੀ, ਯੂ ਰਾਈਟ ਦੇਅਰ, ਯੂ ਓਕੇ? ਹਾਂ ਆਂਟੀ ਐਨ ਵਧੀਆ, ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ? ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੋ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਦਾ, ਯੈਸ ਆਮ ਓਕੇ, ਹਾਊਸ ਯੂਰ ਮਮ ਐਂਡ ਡੈਡ? ਹਾਂ ਮੰਮੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਆਂਟੀ, ਤੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ, ਭਾਜੀ ਹੁਣੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ even the elders, they're like trying to shy away from it. Like, why are we trying to? Why? Here's a health study. Apparently, if you can speak more than one language and you're bilingual, it reduces the risk of dementia. That should surely be a reason to learn Punjabi. And I'm not here. I'm not ambassador of Punjabi. I'm saying to be proud of who we are. Let's keep our language alive. Let's keep our music alive. And I want to say thank you to Punjab 2000.
Always, everybody.
Appreciate the fact that you guys contacted me, and thank you very much for the opportunity today. And keep in touch, man. We're going to go further and further, and we'll be in touch more and more.
I think 2019 is going to be a big year, so watch the space.